All arc welding processes utilize electricity to create the arc. So that means the potential and risk for shock. Now, primary shock is when you get a direct load from the power source itself. These two terminals on the inside, your positive and negative terminals. Anytime you have to adjust those, you want to make sure that your machine is completely unplugged. It's not good enough just to have it turned off, such as when you're reversing the polarities going from flux core to solid wire. So if you accidentally touch those together while the machine is running, you have a potential of receiving the whole load of the machine. Now, when you're talking about your power cords and leads, you want to make sure that they all have the proper insulative cover. If the cover is cut or if there's any exposed wires, you could have a potential of shock. Shock can be fatal. It can harm you, and it can also harm the machine if your power cables and your leads aren't insulated properly. You don't want to have any exposed wires. So, another form of shock is secondary shock. This will occur while you are welding. Anything that is live, part of the workpiece, has the potential of giving you secondary shock. So, if this clamp is down onto your welding table and you're welding on something small, this entire table is live. It has a current moving through it. And when you press the trigger to form your arc, that means the workpiece itself has that current moving through it. Now, the potential of secondary shock is going to happen when you either have skin touching that piece while you are welding, or you have wet gloves on, holes in your glove, holes in your clothing, skin contact to the workpiece, maybe some jewelry hanging down, metal jewelry of a conductive metal material touching to your skin. This will give you secondary shock. Another example is when you are snipping your wire. You want to make sure you're not part of the workpiece. Hold this away, keep your finger away from the trigger while you are snipping. Hold this away from your live workpiece and snip. You want to be safe. Anytime you are welding, you always want to make sure you're properly insulated between yourself and the live workpiece. Always wear the proper safety gear, always wear good gloves with no holes, never weld wet, and be safe.